Hello and welcome to Totally Trades. This session is provided to you by New Ventures Maine. New Ventures Maine has been providing in-person Totally Trades conferences for many years in Maine, and for the past 2 years we have provided virtual sessions. These sessions are intended for people who identify as girls or as gender expansive, gender non-conforming, or non-binary, and are interested in exploring non-traditional careers. Totally Trades provides information about careers in trade and technical fields that students of any gender might want to explore. We welcome students of all abilities, backgrounds, regions, religions, and experiences. Non-traditional careers are careers that are predominantly and traditionally filled by one gender. Occupations such as truck driving, engineering, pilots, and architects are considered non-traditional occupations for people who identify as women or non-binary. Careers such as nursing, child care provider, and elementary teaching are considered non-traditional for people who identify as men. In today's session, we will be focusing on the career of a construction carpenter. Most careers in carpentry are non-traditional occupations for people who identify as women. Keep in mind as we discuss the field of carpentry that there are many jobs that can fall under construction work: equipment operation, surveying, roofing, cabinet building, road and bridge construction, and others. Let's take a quick poll. What percentage of carpenters are women in the United States? 15%, 9%, 5%, or 33%? I'll give you a minute to think about it. The answer is B, 9%. If you have a piece of paper available, write down some thoughts you have about why you think there are so few women working in the carpentry field. You may be thinking things like the work is too physical and women don't think they are strong enough, or women can't see themselves doing this kind of work. Carpentry work is too dirty, or other reasons. The fact is, more and more women are entering the trades and proving themselves to be capable, reliable, and productive workers. The skilled trades require the ability to move and think quickly, willingness to figure out solutions to difficult problems, as well as other traits such as coordination and organization. These are traits that both girls and women and boys and men have. There is often a misunderstanding that girls and women do not have the physical strength or stature to work in the trades. That is just not true. Most employers provide safe working conditions for all of their employees to avoid injuries. You can work in teams or use proper tools and equipment and make up for differences in strength. What is important is that you learn how to do the work and develop your skills over time. Construction workers and laborers do a variety of tasks depending on the work site and the job. The work does involve labor. You need to be willing to work hard and get dirty at times, as well as enjoy working both in and outside. You will learn how to use a variety of tools and equipment when you do carpentry work. Learning to do construction work is a job, but you can also put those skills to work in your own home. For example, if you like decorating your own spaces, imagine what you can do with the right tools and knowledge. Next, I'm going to show you a short video that features Kim Martone, a construction carpenter working for CPM Constructors. Kim has played a role in the building of a new bridge in Jonesport, the Beals Bridge. You will see the demolition of the old bridge in this video and shots of the new bridge, as well as hear from Kim herself. I want to thank Maine DOT for filming and producing this video.
Probably seeing this bridge come together. I've watched it from the ground up, and I tell you, I didn't think it was ever going to get up. We've worked in winters that were horrible, but we got it done. And to see this, I feel like I've accomplished something, and I had a part of that. I do. I do. It's not just a man's world. Women can do this. I'm seeing a lot of women in it lately, so it's definitely rewarding. My father, when I worked for him, he wouldn't let me do the things that I do now because I was a woman. But I'm seeing more and more that women are right out there in the field, right alongside men. There is no typical day, to be honest with you. You could be building a form one day and then taking it down the next. So there's really no typical day. Go for it. It's so rewarding. You're working, and you're hands-on working. You're not sitting in an office. You don't have to go to school for 5 to 10 years. You know, you will pick up on this and you will enjoy yourself and make good money.
Kim originally completed an on the job training program through the Maine Department of Transportation and went to work as a full time carpenter. On the job training is a program that allows employees to learn skills on the job while they are being paid wages. You can see the pride Kim has in her work and how meaningful she finds the work to be. Here's the good news: the pay for carpenters is good in Maine and nationally, and employers need carpenters, which makes the training and education you invest in worthwhile. I recently had a conversation with Leah. After working over the summer as a construction laborer, Leah changed her mind about career direction and decided that she wanted to pursue becoming a project manager. Project managers earn very good wages, and as you'll hear from Leah, she may be the first woman project manager to work for her company. Let's hear what she has to say. Hi, Leah. Thanks for joining me today and telling me a little bit about your experience. I know that you started with some career ideas and then you changed your mind along the way, and you also took advantage of an on the job training opportunity. So, can you talk a little bit about when you started thinking about careers and then what happened as you changed your mind along the way?
So I started thinking about careers in about eighth grade. Our school was very broad on like getting us to think about what we wanted to do next after high school. So I thought I wanted to be a dental hygienist, and I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna do that." And then as high school went on, I decided I wanted to be a radiologist. So I went to school for 1 year being a radiologist, and I was like, yeah, I like it, but I fell in love with my career that I did during the summertime. In the summertime, I worked for a construction company and we did a full reconstruction of a road. And I really enjoyed the running around, making sure everything was right, looking at different plans. And so it really changed on what I wanted to do in my life. And during this winter time, they had come up to me and asked me if I'd be a project manager for them. They wanted me to finish school. They didn't care exactly what career I wanted to finish in school. So I chose accounting. I am taking several different business classes to incorporate that. And I really am very happy with where I'm going.
Great. So, can you talk a little bit about the on the job training opportunity that you took advantage of for the Maine Department of Transportation?
Yeah, I did. It's a program that you do for Maine DOT, and it's about 1,000 hours. I completed my 1,000 hours. I had a representative. Her name was Gigi. She came and checked on me every month to make sure that people were treating me fairly, which I thought was awesome because sometimes other people can take advantage of people and it's not very fair. And so she came every month, checked on me, asked me the new things that they have taught me. And it was very nice to have that person to go to talk to because she was also a woman, so I could talk to her and she would understand me, not like I had to have to talk to another guy about it because sometimes they just brush that underneath the carpet and think it's okay. And honestly, the company that I worked for was very nice to me. They treated me just like everyone else. So I wasn't treated differently because I was a woman, and that was very, very cool.
Oh, that's great. So you were learning the job of, is it laborer that you were doing an OJT
Yeah,
for?
so I had a bunch of different little tasks. Like I would run the roller. They taught me how to run some equipment. Like I know how to run a little bit of excavator, but I'm not completely up to date on that. But they teach me all kinds of different things, like what needed to be done as a laborer. Like sometimes we put pipe in the ground, or we'd be putting out grass seed and raking loam. It really is very big variety of things.
Yeah. So you were learning those skills, but you were getting paid while you were learning the skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So where are you working now and what does your future hold?
I'm working at Eel Vining and Son, and my future holds being a project manager there full time. I currently work there 3 days a week. They are working with my college schedule, which is very nice of them to do because some companies don't always do that because college can get very crazy with the different days.
Yeah. So a project manager, that's a big job. Do you know any females right now that are project managers, or do you think you might be one of the first for them?
I would I would say I'd be the first for them. They've always had different guys in the past, and I don't really know of anyone in my community that's a project manager.
Hmm. Cool. So you're laying groundwork, which is really cool. What would you say to girls and young women out there about careers and going into a career such as this trades, which is, more men are working in the trades than women. What advice would you give them based on your experience?
Based on my experience, don't be shy, don't hold back. I at first I took that welding class in high school and I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of guys. I don't know if I really want to do that." But I stuck to my gut and said I really wanted to do this. I want to really try this out, and I was really good at welding and found out that guys don't have to just be the ones to do that. Female can too. I One of my instructors told me that females tend to be better than males at welding or operators because we are more focused and steady. So if you really want to do that, I'm sure you'll make a great career out of whatever you want to do.
That's great. Well, thanks so much for sharing your journey, your career path journey with us. And I wish you the best of luck as you take on project manager.
Thank you.
Leah is a good example of someone who started with some ideas about what she wanted to do for a career and then changed her mind a few times along the way. It can be difficult to decide what kind of work you want to do until you try it. Leah has benefited by receiving support to develop skills, attend school, and earn wages while she becomes a project manager. There are many opportunities in Maine to earn money at work while you are learning skills, as well as some very low cost or no cost training programs to teach you skills. These opportunities exist because contractors and employers throughout Maine need construction workers. Let's talk about education and training. Most carpentry jobs require that you have at least a high school diploma or equivalent. You may know about the Career and Technical Education or CTE programs available to your high school. If you don't, you should find out. Many CTEs do provide carpentry programs. Go to the Maine State CTE website to see what programs provide what kind of training and education. CTEs provide an opportunity for you to learn hands-on skills in many trade and other fields. You can also check out the Maine Community College website to see which community colleges are offering construction educational programs. There are other opportunities as well to learn skills while you are working on the job. Many employers are willing to train you while you earn wages, just like Kim and Leah did during their on the job training opportunities, supported by the Maine Department of Transportation and employers. How do you know if a job in construction might be for you? Here are some questions you might want to ask yourself. Would you like working both indoor and outside? Do you enjoy working with your hands, building, creating, and seeing the results of your work? Are you good at identifying problems and finding solutions? Would you prefer to work in one place or move and travel to work in different environments? Do you want to work as part of a team to accomplish things together? If you answered yes to a few of these questions, you might want to further explore careers in the construction field or the trades in general. Your feedback is important to us. Please complete the form that was sent or provided to you by the school staff person who gave you the link to this session. Totally Trades is sponsored by the Maine Department of Transportation and the Maine Department of Education, Career and Technical Education. We thank them for their support. On our website, you can find other partners, organizations, and employers who also support Totally Trades. Thank you for attending today. We hope that this session provided you with useful information and encourages you to continue your career exploration.